I've stolen hundreds of dollars worth of water just by saying 5 words. My college has a food court in one of the main buildings. Chick-fil-A, sandwich place, salad bar, etc. You get your food and pay at the exit. Every single time I've eaten lunch there since I was a freshman, I grab a bottle of water with my meal, walk up to pay, and say, I brought the water in. The employees aren't paid enough to care, and I pay enough in tuition to not feel bad about it. I absolve you of your sins. Enjoy your water. I instead dissolve you of your sins with the water. I assume your sins are salt-based. Mine are flour-based. This is going to be an interesting cup of water. What about powdered sugar? That's gonna be weird. If you mix enough powdered sugar with water, it kind of looks like jizz. Just for your information in case you ever have a situation where you need fake cum. Today I learned how to make fake cum. The bottled water probably cost almost nothing to them, but you should bring your own water bottle, so that you don't have to waste the plastic. You're not actually stealing from the school and your tuition has no part to pay for that. You're just stealing from a company. Came to say this. Chick-fil-A gives out free large waters if you ask. LOL. The college doesn't run these restaurants. They are owned by local franchisees or nationwide food service providers. Error mark. You paying tuition doesn't offset the costs to the restaurant by your theft in any way. Oh, so you go to Cal Baptist. They know. They don't care. You're a cheap thief. Or you could just bring water in, stop filling up landfills with single-use plastic, and stop stealing. This is the only time I agree with the death penalty. The only sin is using a plastic water bottle every single day. I guess. I mean, as always with it like this, it's not the university you're hurting, but probably some minimum wage employee who's going to get in trouble when a manager finally decides to give her it. Lame. Why not just ask for a cup of water? You shouldn't have to steal water. I really don't think your tuition covers that. Also, what do you do with so many water bottles? Why don't you just, I don't know, don't you have water fountains at school? Or just ask an employee for water, not even for a bottle. Just bring your own and ask them if they could fill it with water. If they're roughly the same age as you, address them informally. If you speak a language that has both a formal and an informal version of you and the verbs corresponding, like you're on the same level, and chances are that they will indeed give you some water. Stole, water. Shouldn't even be a freaking thing. Seems like a stupid reason to get kicked out of college. Pretty sure if you're in the US they have to give you a free water cup by law. This is trashy and pathetic. Like, yeah, it's easy to do, but you would be better off just not doing it. It's a bad habit, and if anyone you respected saw you do it, well, it's just pathetic. Be an adult and pay for it. So, you decided to steal water put in goddamn plastic, instead of taking the free egg that comes out of the goddamn water fountain. God, this is stupid. Water is always free if you're in a building with a water fountain. Sorry for the rant, but I have a vendetta against bottled water. I always walk up to the window at the registrar's office and I'm like, I brought this knowledge in, but they just sigh and charge me $20,000 anyway. Isn't this just stealing? How is this malicious compliance? You are not complying with anything, LOL. Funny enough, the restaurant I work at actually gives out free cups for water if people ask for them, so you may not even have had to pay for water in the first place. To be fair, why not bring your own bottle of water? It is better than getting a new bottle and throwing it out at the end of the day. Or you can just bring a reusable water bottle and fill them up at a fountain. Save the plastic? I don't know, I'm a klepto so I can't talk on anything, LOL. Get a hydro flask, bro. Stays cold for 48 hours. Hey, congrats. You're a thief. What a waste of plastic. How about you just bring your own reusable water bottle from home instead? Just ask for a water cup and use the fountain, damn. The hub dining staff is actually oblivious. I pay enough in tuition to not feel bad about it. You are still a thief. You think your tuition is going to Chick-fil-A? If anything, they pay the university to be on campus. Not shaming or anything, just your logic is flawed. So basically what you're telling me is, someone who should be more educated and probably has the means to find alternatives is taking out his financial issues on probably minimum wage workers that have nothing to do with the college. Water should be free anyway, but what did you want? Some pat on the back? The only people that might relate are the homeless. Because they need it to live and truly can't afford it. But something tells me you're not homeless, or even that poverty stricken. Just pissy about tuition which most of the other students have paid, but pull you, right? I think it's it that you can buy 24 bottles of water for $2 and in a convenience store they sell one bottle for $1 or more. You're stealing from the restaurants, not the college. So in other words, since the employees won't stop you and since you pay another business more money than you think you should for their product, you rationalize that it is okay to steal from this food business? So if you were working for the government, would you also steal from it, because you pay taxes? I've saved hundreds on water by just using a reusable water bottle. Do you give a frick enough about the planet to not add more plastic? And maybe buying a reusable one and fill it up for free from the water fountain? You won't be stealing or coming across as entitled and a thief. Chick-fil-A gives you tap water for free. Company policy. Stay hydrated, my B. Asu? Bro, you got to up your game. Next time tell them you brought the chicken in with you too. Every other student pays tuition and they have to drink tap water to save money. Opposite Robin Hood kinda. I'm gonna say the word. University of Alabama. Meanwhile I'll walk in holding a Mountain Dew can that I brought myself onto a Coke campus, and the student employees will try to take the Mountain Dew and scan it and call a manager when it doesn't show up in the system. This reminds me of the time SpongeBob and Patrick stole a balloon. I brought a Chick-fil-A sandwich in. My school had 2 checkouts in opposite ends of the dining hall and I'd always grab my food and walk out saying I paid on the other side. I'm so awful. They give you water for free, just spare the plastic. Drinking water, like education, shouldn't cost anything. So I won't worry about it. You should push to get water filters set up around campus. Ours get used constantly. They are incredibly popular and save everyone money. They also help the environment. Some models come with counters for amount of plastic bottles they've saved. What a smart person would have done is buy the water and say they brought the food in with them. Long shot, but VT. Things that people need to survive like food and water should be free anyways for multiple reasons. I steal tons of stuff from my school's dining hall. Muffins, apples, cookies, dried cranberries, coffee. I'm pretty sure nobody gives a frick. Why am I not surprised socialist college students brag about stealing? Soon they'll leave school and demand theft on a larger scale. This is theft. I mean, not only is it theft, but it's laziness as well. Since you're clearly aware that you're going to want water every day, but instead of bringing your own container, you steal and then dispose of one every day. I'm not some sort of environmental crusader, but with the barest amount of effort you could reduce the number of bottles you're using by a few hundred per year. There are plenty of ways to steal by just pretending the item is yours. That you're mad about your tuition, something you've agreed to pay in exchange for education, doesn't justify stealing a bottle of water. Especially when if you just asked for a cup of tap water, they'd probably give it to you. Honestly, if I were an employer and came across this sort of behavior, it would make me reconsider you no matter what the position. It's like a Venn diagram of entitlement, laziness, lack of forethought, and stupidity, because you're literally risking expulsion in exchange for several $100s worth of water that you don't even need. Solid confession. I hope I never meet you. Reminds me of how I get back at my university. Back when I had a meal plan. It included meal swipes for the cafeteria, but also a certain amount of preloaded money I could only use at certain campus dining places. Like OP. Anyway, the campus subway was right next to my dorm. I would always get a chicken bacon ranch footlong, which is like $8, but you took it up to a separate register to pay, so the cashier didn't see the sandwich get made. I would always say it's a veggie or Italian or something that was on the $5 menu. It's the little things, but I pay them a lot so I don't care. You're a loser. I think the most impressive thing here is you're choosing water over a sugary beverage. Nice. Maybe actually get a water bottle and really bring your own. Not that water should cost anything anyways. We should all have free access to clean water, but that's capitalism for you. Do you go to NYU? Would it be okay if everyone did it? Would it be okay if you had a business and your customers did the same to you? If yes to both, feel good about your actions, and if you said no to either, then you suck as a human.